I feed David.
What's going on, world? It's the 32 for 1 podcast. I'm your host, E. Charles, alongside with my boy, Antidote. Antidote, what's good, man?
Chilling, man. What's going on with you, bro?
Chilling, bro. The game started, man. It's getting crazy. It's getting testy out here. But
sure.
it's dope. It's dope that everybody's interacting with each other and enjoying these 2K20 playoff games. It's dope. It's dope.
Yeah, for sure, man.
Yeah, man. It's funny because, the first round is tough to see who could be the champion. But by the third or second round, maybe by the conference finals, you can kind of pick like, I think this person's going to win the champion. So we'll see, man.
We'll see. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, man. So let's talk about some real NBA stuff, man. The bubble. The bubble's now active. All the teams are finally in. All the team planes came in. Everybody's in the bubble. You can't go out. I've been on Instagram Live. I follow Chris Haynes. I don't know if you know Chris Haynes. He works with TNT. He's been giving us a tour. He's been giving us a sneak peek on how the bubble looks like, and he's been walking to cafeterias. He's been walking to like the gym area, the pool area, and it looks cool. It looks fun. The food doesn't look great. It doesn't look great. Yeah. Definitely from what we've seen from the pictures, the NBA players has been posted, but we've seen it live from Chris Haynes' IG that the food does not look great, but hey, it's free and can't really complain. But he says the best food they actually have though is room service. If you order food from room service, he says the bacon cheeseburger is banging. He said that's the best thing he had in the bubble. But everything else that's for free. It's not really that good.
Right, and I also heard that they can order out too, like Grubhub and
Yes.
things like that. So, I mean, it's still Disney World. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, we can get into that too, but it's just the fact that they're in a safe environment. You know what I mean? And the NBA is trying to do it the best they can. So yeah, I mean, we're gonna see some videos and pictures about the food. The memes were funny. I laughed at some of the memes. Like laughing at like they're at the fire festival, things like that. So I mean, it's funny. It's funny to laugh, but at the same time, it's Disney World. They're there to do a job. You know what I mean? They're still having fun though. I just think it's funny. Like I just laugh at that.
Yeah, man. And I'm not gonna lie, man. Just watching Chris Haynes IG live, I'm like, man, I want to be in that bubble. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, I would love to be there till October, man. Just chilling. You got the pool. You in Florida. You don't got no bills to worry about, man. I'm chilling, bro. Right. So speaking about that, Jay Will came out with a good point the other day. He used the word tone deaf. NBA players have been tone deaf. Yes, they make millions of dollars. They provide for their families. They got the house, the money, the cars, and everything. But certain players are complaining on where they are right now. And they got to realize, like, yo, don't forget where you came from. You didn't have this before growing up. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you're lucky, you play in the NBA and you make money. But, bro, you didn't come from this. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, you got people like us, middle class working people, and, we struggle. We'll be grateful, like I just said, to be stuck in this bubble. Rondo came out the other day talking about, he feels like he's at a Motel 6. Like, come on, bro. Why are you being ungrateful right now? You know what I'm saying? Like, you're there to win. You know what I'm saying? So,
especially the fact that it's a pandemic, and some people can't work right now. Some people have very tough financial situations. So I think tone deaf is the right term for that. Just being aware, like, other people, our fans, might be going through a tough time right now. And if we complain about these little things that it's not that bad when you look at it, from our perspective for sure.
Dude,
but even from their perspective, it's not that bad. You can order out if you want to. You still have your job, your $1 million job, multi-million-dollar job. So I mean, yeah, I think it's definitely a valid point. Like tone deaf is the right term. These guys got to think about that. Maybe get some motivation from it. We kind of, if they want to say that's roughing it for them. That's what it should be. Get a little bit of dirt under your fingernails. Get ready to play. You know what I mean? But it is what it is, you know. Again, I said it before. It's Disney World, you know what I mean? So it can't be that bad, you know.
Nah, it's not. It's not bad. And like you said, at the end of the day, bro, you're gonna go back home to your $40 million home. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like you got
yeah,
that waiting for you, bro. Be grateful. You know what I'm saying? The NBA sent you somewhere where you're getting paid and you don't have to spend a penny. You're eating
right.
good. Yeah, the food's not great, but I was saying yesterday, there's some sections where I know this isn't good food, but there's some junk sections where there's Twizzlers and M&Ms and
Good, right.
Gatorade. And
Yeah,
you could get all that stuff for free at any time. You could go there 3, 4 in the morning and grab it. So you're
yeah.
living the life, man. You know what I'm saying? I kind of disagree with Rondo there. I think you should be a little humble. Don't
Yeah.
forget where you come from. You know what I'm saying? So
And unfortunately now he got hurt, so he's out.
yeah, let's talk about that, bro. He just fractured his thumb on I think on Sunday's practice, and he's
Yeah.
out 6 to 8 weeks. What do you think about that? Do you think this hurts the Lakers? Does it? What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, he's still a solid player. You know what I mean? Like he's still Rondo. He's not the old Rondo to me, obviously, and that's anybody, right? We don't always get better with time. Not everybody's LeBron, but I still feel like still LeBron. They still got the squad. They still got AD. You know, they picked up J.R. Smith. They still got a decent squad. Still, to me, the favorite. I don't think Rondo leaving is going to cause big concern. They may even have time now. I don't know what the rules are if they can bring somebody else in to cover that spot. There's still options maybe for them to do that as well, but I don't think that's going to really hurt them much. Obviously, it's not a good thing if you have a player that can contribute that's not able to be there. But I don't think it's going to cause much concern.
Nah, I don't think so. And to add on to that, I don't think it's going to make a difference because 6 to 8 weeks from now, we're talking about end of the first round, early second round of the
Yeah.
playoffs. You know what I'm saying? Because the
Mhm.
playoffs start, I think, mid-August. From that's like 4 weeks from now, right? You know, that's like 4 weeks from this moment right here.
Right.
So
He can return.
he'll definitely return. You know what I'm saying? He'll be in by round two, and they'll be fine. He'll definitely be part of that championship run. I don't think this hurts the Lakers. I don't think they have anything to worry about. They could definitely beat whoever they're playing in the first round, whether it be the Grizzlies, Pelicans, or Blazers. I think the Lakers have more than enough pieces to beat those three teams.
Yeah, for sure. I'm with you 100%.
Yeah, 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 yeah. So,
Yeah.
yeah, man. And let's talk about our boy Kawhi. Yesterday we weren't sure about if Kawhi was in the bubble or not. There was rumors why he didn't travel with the team. Turns
Mhm.
out that he is in Orlando.
Right.
I think you were mentioning something happened with his family, and
Yeah, he had a family emergency. Something came up,
yep,
and
yep,
we
yep,
said, like, you know, let him be with his fam, and the protocol was to allow him to be quarantined when he arrives for 2 days,
yep.
48 hours.
Hmm.
So that's what he was doing. Now he's with the team, and he's practicing. You said he had his first interview.
Yes,
Uh,
yes.
Looking kind of rough as far as the braids, but
Yep.
he's probably looking good on the court. That's all that matters, you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um,
And back to what you were saying before, people were speculating like, "Hey, why is he not traveling with the team?" Blah blah blah, just bringing up negative energy when it was not even about that. It was a family emergency. You know what I'm saying? You got to take
right.
care, be with your family first. He had no problem with the Clippers. He just
Mhm.
came 2 days later, and he had a quarantine for a couple days, and now he's with the team. It's fine.
Yeah,
It's totally fine. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? So,
for
yeah,
sure. I
man.
don't think there's no worries with him either.
Nah.
We know what he's going to do on the court. The
Yeah.
team knows that. His players know that. There's no concern there. I appreciate the fact that they let him be with his family. And
Yeah.
timing was fine. It wasn't during the games weren't being played, nothing like that. So I think it worked out, and maybe a little bit extra time with the fam might get him even more ready.
Yeah, 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 absolutely. And during the quarantine, before the guys flew out to Orlando, Doc Rivers was mentioning Kawhi is in great shape and he's been looking good because he was
Yeah,
putting that work in. Even though the season got suspended, I heard he was still putting in work. And Doc
hmm
Rivers says he was looking great. So, yeah, man, I think Kawhi's ready.
yeah.
Um,
Again, real quick, the test of the Lakers and Clippers playing that first game is going to be a great indicator to see what we're going to see from those two teams.
yeah, man, yeah, that's gonna be dope. I can't wait for that, man. I really can't wait for that. Let's talk about a big blow to the Houston Rockets, man. Westbrook got tested positive today, or the other day, so he wasn't able to fly in with the Houston Rockets. He has to
Mhm.
quarantine for a few days and then fly to Orlando later and then quarantine there, man. What do you think about that? What do you got to say about that situation?
I mean, like you said, it's not a big. I mean, it's a big deal, right? You getting the virus is not a good thing, but the fact that he's going to recover, he's going to be back with the team, it's not going to stop him from playing. As long as they follow the protocol. I'm just glad, as long as nothing happens in the bubble, I think we may not see as much of this right now. We're going to see it now in the beginning for players that haven't arrived yet or different situations. But I think this is where the bubble may help. Again, once he gets in there, he's going to be fine. And as long as they continue to follow protocol, keep things safe, test everybody, and do the best thing they can, the bubble might be the best place to be, at this point. So once he gets in there and gets back with the team, I don't think it's going to really hurt Houston at this point. I think he's going to get a little more rest. He might be a little more amped up, ready to go. I think he'll be ready as soon as he gets back in with the team. So I don't see any issues with that one either.
No, yeah, I don't see any issues. Just follow the protocol. Just wait in the room for 48 hours. I think he'll be good to go. He should.
Yeah.
I have him. I believe he'll be ready to go by the first game that they play when they start the season again. So I don't
Yeah,
think there's any worries there.
I think the timetable, yeah, that should work out. Yep.
Yeah. Before we get into our last subject, bro, we're Sixers fans. I gotta tell you something. I'm excited for. I
Yeah.
don't know if you'll agree with me. You may disagree. Our point guard Shake Milton.
Yes. I think I heard this. Keep going.
Yeah. He's been doing really good. I think this was one of the last games they played before the season was suspended. But when we played the Clippers on ABC on a Sunday, he
Yep.
was cooking up a storm. I think he had 30 at halftime. He was going
Yeah.
off. You know what I'm saying?
Facilitating too. He's facilitating.
Facilitating too. Yup, he was going off. He was passing, scoring, everything. Brett Brown decided today to put him in the starting lineup and
Yep.
put Simmons as a forward,
Power forward.
power forward.
Yes.
I always said that Simmons should be a power forward, but a point forward like a Draymond Green, because I
Yeah.
believe Simmons has a court vision. He plays just like Draymond. He has
Yeah.
a court vision. He could push the ball, and once he's inside the paint, you can't stop him. He
Right.
proved that to us last year in the playoffs when against the Brooklyn Nets
Yep.
when Joel Embiid got injured.
Yeah.
When Joel Embiid got injured,
Yep.
Simmons was living in the paint and he was unstoppable. He dropped like 31 points and like 10 assists. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I think this is a great move for Ben Simmons. I see him more as a point forward because it's a new NBA. There's not really positions anymore. So
Yeah.
I see him more as a point forward than a point guard. How do you feel about that? I think it's a great move, bro. I really do.
Yeah. No, you know what I thought when I heard that? He doesn't have to focus so much on where do I go with the ball. I got to get the ball over here. I got to get the play called. When he doesn't have to focus on that, I think we're going to see a brand new Ben Simmons.
Yeah.
He's going to jump in like you said, he's going to do damage. Like I don't think this is going to be. Part of me is like, why did they didn't see this before? Or maybe they saw it when you said like when they played that game, months ago. Maybe they saw it then, and they didn't have confidence in that in what's his name, Milton as the point guard. But I think it's perfect. It's going to work perfect.
I
Um,
I
I think
agree.
he's going to have a lot more ability to see what's going on and to react versus having to divvy up everything and call those plays. Like I said, it's going to free up his mind a lot, and he'll be able to focus on doing his job. I think that's probably may have been the issue that he's had with his shooting. We know he can shoot. Like he's already proven that. I think it's just the ability to kind of adjust to all of these different things he's got going on instead of just focus on playing the game. Now he has no reason not to just focus on playing this game. So I think it's going to be a lot better. I'm with you.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a lot better. And Brett Brown said after practice, Ben Simmons looks great in his new position. I
Yeah.
always seen him doing that, So for 2 years, you can ask my boy, shout out to my boy Sean Alcee. But, man, I've been telling him for 2 years, Ben Simmons is more of a power forward, but a point forward, kind of like Draymond. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, Draymond does shoot. Draymond's not scared to shoot. It's not
Yeah.
in his mind. But Simmons could do the same thing, if not better than Draymond. I really do, because he could do everything else. He's a high defender. He's a high facilitator. His IQ is through the roof. I think his IQ is up there with LeBron and Lonzo. You know what I'm saying? They have really, really high IQ. So I think that was a great move by the Sixers, man, and I'm happy. And like I said, Shake Milton, he gets buckets. Him and Josh Richardson in the backcourt. That's scary, bro. I like that.
Yeah. I mean, we're gonna have fun. We're gonna have fun watching this.
Yeah.
There you go. Because he's right. It's just gonna make his mind a lot more free. Focus on what he's got to do. Score. Like, just focus on that. Be dominant. You know what I mean? And it's gonna be a lot of fun. So I'm excited.
Man. Yeah. Me too. Let's move on to our last subject, bro. So the last subject is the name that's on your chest right now. We gotta talk about the Brooklyn Nets. Brooklyn, stand up. So Brooklyn, they had a lot of issues after the NBA suspended. A lot of guys caught the coronavirus, like two of them, I believe, DeAndre Jordan and Spencer Dinwiddie caught the virus. KD's been out all year. Kyrie's been in and out, and he just had surgery on his shoulder, so he's going to be out for a while. They just took hit after hit after hit. But then the sun rose, and they signed Jamal Crawford, bro. Jamal Crawford, when he last played in the NBA, he dropped 51. 51. How could this man not have not be in the NBA team all season? You know what I'm saying? And they also signed Beasley, man. So talk about those two big pickups. I think those two were very big picks for the Knicks. I mean, for the Nets. Talk about that.
For sure. I think the thing that I felt for them was they lost a lot of players, like you said. I mean, even KD got the virus at one point.
Yeah, that's true. You know? He was like the second one. It was like it was Gobert, Donovan Mitchell, then KD.
Right. I think they got hit the hardest in the beginning when it was really bad, So I just felt for them, I'm a Sixers fan, but I'm an NBA fan too, and I love, again, I went to the Jay-Z concert when he opened up the arena for the Brooklyn Nets in Brooklyn.
That's dope.
Of course, got the jersey, all of that, but just because I'm a fan, but I feel for that team. And for those two players to get added, they just really had to do what they could to get the best players available. And I think they did the right job in getting those two players. Like you said, Jamal Crawford, like, he's incredible. He's got a lot of talent. Man, he's not the youngest player, but he's got the wisdom, he's got the experience, and that's going to do a lot of good for that team, as well as Beasley. Like, we know what Beasley can do, like, especially in this environment. I think recently LeBron said this is like an AU tournament, and that's what Beasley did most of his life. So this is the perfect environment for someone like him to come in and not have to deal with the crowds. I think that may have been a distraction at some point for him as well. Now he can just focus on playing, and he's got a chip on his shoulder as well, So I think they're going to do well. I don't know how far they'll go, but I do just, I'm just rooting for them. They're like an underdog right now, you know what I mean? And I always root for the underdog. I'm wondering to see how that team can come together. But I know that those additions definitely help. It's definitely going to be a great thing for them.
Yes, it's definitely going to help. And like Jamal Crawford said, he didn't turn 40 the other day. He turned 20 twice. You know what I'm saying? He still looks good, man. At his age, he's still balling. He's still lean. He showed no sign of slowing down. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm surprised the Sixers didn't pick him up during the season. He could have easily gave us 15 to 20 off the bench with no problem. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
I want to add this too. Obviously, yes, they're the underdog. We don't see Brooklyn going very far this year. But next year, if they have KD, Kyrie fully healthy, they have to keep Beasley and Jamal Crawford. That's a number one team in the East, bro. And I'm a Sixers fan. If they
I don't know about number one. They're up there.
They're up there. They're up there. But
you're right. If they can keep those guys, because again, I'm not sure the rules or what they're doing, what kind of deal they gave them. If that is part of the future for them, it would make sense. If they're already on the team right now, especially if they do decent, do well during the bubble, during the next few games, we'll see. But I think you're right. It can only help them, especially with the deep roster they already have when everybody's healthy and when they're all back together. So that's going to be a fun thing to see. But I think you're right. They got to keep those guys.
They got to keep those guys. If they want to make a championship run, you got to keep those guys. Because, they probably won't start, but they'll get buckets off the bench. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
You got to keep those guys. Those are championship pieces. You know what I'm saying? Beasley and Crawford, you need them to make a run. So if I was Brooklyn, I would definitely do that, man, for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I think that's all we have for today's episode, bro. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Make sure you follow us on Instagram at 32for1ball. Anything else you want to add on, brother, before we go?
Nah, just looking forward to, man, seeing more now that we're getting closer to the games, you know? We're almost there, so I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, man, looks like we got a couple more weeks till scrimmage, and then the NBA season should start in a few weeks, man. So we're excited for that.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. In the meantime, keep watching our playoffs. It's crazy so far. A lot of eye openers so far. We're not even deep in yet. So,
by the way, if you lose one game, it's not over.
It's not over. It's not over. You know, it's a series. If you lose one game, try to tie up the next game. You know what I'm saying? Make it 1-1 game 2. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, it's dope, man. I thank everybody for participating and keep going with us, man. Keep following us, and we'll do the best we can to make y'all happy, man. So, all right, man, that's all we have for today, man. We out. Check you later.